The next leader we meet in the book of Judges after Deborah is a man named Gideon. And Gideon's story is found in chapters 6, 7, and 8 in the book of Judges. And the call of Gideon kind of reminds me a little bit of the call of Moses. Just like Moses had all kinds of excuses about why he could not possibly lead God's people out of Egypt, Gideon also has all kinds of excuses, talking about how his clan is the weakest clan in the tribe of Manasseh, and he's the least in his family, and he's not powerful, he's not strong, and God assures him, but I will be with you. And Gideon keeps putting out all these fleeces and putting out all these things before God, like, well, really show me that you're going to be with me. And that takes place in chapter 6. And in chapter 7, Gideon now is having to prepare for battle, and our verse for the day is chapter 7, verse 2, where the Lord said to Gideon, "The troops with you are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hand. Israel would only take the credit away from me, saying, 'My own hand has delivered me.'" Well, if you're going into battle with an opponent, most human beings would think the more people I have on my side, the better. The more soldiers I have, so I can outnumber and overwhelm my opponent, the better. But God's got a different way of looking at things. And so Gideon sifts them out, and he sends 20,000 away, and 10,000 are left. And God says to Gideon, that's still too many. And so it goes from having an army of 30,000 men down to 300 guys. How confident would you feel in that situation? And yet God says, okay, that's more like it, because there's no way 300 men win a battle on their own. And so there's no way that they can take credit for the victory that the Lord is going to give them. So in that is a little bit of a lesson about giving God the credit for the victories in our life. Oftentimes, if we do something, especially if it's in an area of our own strength, education, experience, it's easy for us to say, yeah, I did that. But God is not in the business of enjoying sharing credit with anybody. And we always want to make sure, hey, God is the one who gave us the abilities that we may have. God is the one who gives us opportunities. And so we want to be sure to give God credit for the victories in our life, for enabling us to triumph in the battles that we face. So always remember to give God the praise and the glory when you have reason to celebrate.